Hey, what is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be discussing about the possibility of World at War Remastered coming alongside with Black Ops 4 later on this year. But before I do that, let me just go ahead and say right now as a disclaimer that none of this is confirmed, okay? I repeat that one more time. Everything I'm about to say within this video is not confirmed. This video is just going to be me making some speculations based on a leak that I saw that came out in GameStop in regards to Black Ops 4 and some possible pre-order bonuses, but I'll get into that more later. I'm going to go ahead and say it one more time. None of this is confirmed. I do not want to spread fake news or fake rumors like that other guy did about Black Ops 4's multiplayer, you know, being like Overwatch and all that stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. But basically, one last time, for the fourth time, in tribute to Black Ops 4, none of this is confirmed. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about what I wanted to discuss within this video. So whenever it comes to Call of Duty World at War, for those of you guys who don't know about the game because you just recently joined COD not too long ago, basically that was one of the Treyarch's first major Call of Duty games. They actually produced more Call of Duty games before World at War came out back in 2008. I believe that it was Call of Duty the Big Red one or Call of Duty 3 or something like that. I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but my point is I know for sure that they have made Call of Duty games before World at War came out back in 2008. However, if we fast forward to today, Black Ops 4 is about to come out here in 2018. So basically, you know, Treyarch has been around for 10 years. The game that I'm talking about, World at War, is also 10 years old. And how cool would it be for, you know, World at War to come back as a remastered game alongside something like Black Ops 4? Now, earlier on in the video, I talked about how GameStop had this one leak that came out from their inventory list talking about Black Ops 4 and possible pre-order bonuses. Well, this leak came out way before I think Black Ops 4 was even confirmed, if I'm not wrong. And basically, this is the time where all the people who are online looking at these leaks were going like, okay, you know what, Black Ops 4 is going to be the next Call of Duty for 2018. But alongside with some of the things on this list, such as, you know, keychains, hats, shirts, all that kind of cool stuff, there was also a little bit of a teaser towards World at War. And it basically says something like Call of Duty World at War oversized display box or something along the lines of that. I don't have the image in front of me right now, but I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. But basically, whenever people saw this little, I guess, listing for World at War or whatever it might be, people didn't really kind of like focus on this too much, and that kind of surprised me, in fact, because I thought people would actually make a video upon something like that, but I guess not. And I mean, then again, I haven't made the video myself until now, so can't really say anything. But my point is that whenever you see this listing, you know, a lot of things can come up into mind. One of those things obviously could be the possibility of World at War being remastered and coming alongside with Black Ops 4. Now, the thing is, right, whenever it comes to something like World at War being remastered, if they were to remaster it, one, it kind of makes sense, because if we think about it, with all the leaks that have been coming around about Black Ops 4, and I'm not talking about the fake leaks, I'm talking about the leaks that seem credible, the leaks that make sense. One of those leaks is that the Black Ops 4 era or timeline is going to be taking place during a modern setting. And if that's the case, then, you know, releasing something like World at War, which is a World War II type of shooter, kind of makes sense, because if we think about it for a second, well, if, you know, Treyarch went ahead and released another World War II shooter, then, okay, first of all, that's a bad idea because we already got a World War II shooter, but let's go ahead and disregard something like Sledgehammer's games and Infinity Ward's games and all that kind of stuff. Suppose that Treyarch went ahead, made a World War II shooter and released it, but then alongside with that also released a World at War remastered game, which is another World War II shooter. It wouldn't make any sense because it's two of the same timeline. So the thing is, right, if they have a modern shooter and then have a World War II type of shooter come alongside with that, and it's not just any World War II shooter, it's one of the first ones within the series, you know, that will bring a lot of nostalgia factor in a way, then you know what, it makes sense. At the same time, if they went ahead and did remaster World at War, I don't think they would release it exactly when Black Ops 4 comes out. I feel like the only reason Modern Warfare Remastered did that with Infinite Warfare is because Activision went ahead and kind of, you know, anticipated that Infinite Warfare might not get the best response and that, you know, it wasn't going to be well received. So let's go ahead and push Modern Warfare Remastered out there and release it alongside with Infinite Warfare the day it comes out. But like I said, I don't think that's going to happen here with Black Ops 4, because Black Ops 4, I think, already has a pretty good amount of hype behind it. You know, it's Treyarch, it's Black Ops. It doesn't really need a remastered game from the past to be able to, you know, go ahead and make sales to the customers. But at the same time, if they wanted to go ahead and remaster World at War, I feel like it would come out maybe like around the 5 to 6 month mark after, you know, Black Ops 4 comes out. But overall, if they went ahead and did remaster World at War, it would be pretty cool in my opinion. But like Modern Warfare Remastered, even though it was a really good game in my opinion, and even though they added a lot of stuff like supply drops and new weapons, it still was a pretty solid game. It wasn't something that people kind of stuck around with for too long. People kind of got bored of it, dried out of it, and I'm not saying that makes it a bad game, but think about it, that game has came out back in 2007, so it's like people have probably already played it so much if they did stick around with Call of Duty since, you know, like the Modern Warfare 1 days. So in a way, how long can they keep playing, you know, the same game over and over and over and over again, even though they kind of expected it or they wanted it so badly, it's gonna get tiring after a while. And I feel like the same thing will happen with World at War, especially when World at War kind of didn't really get the same treatment that, Modern Warfare 1 did. So if they went ahead and did remaster this game, I think it would be a really smart move for them to, go ahead and release it 6 months or so around that time after Black Ops 4 gets launched. Now, let me go ahead and throw this theory out there as well to counteract whatever I just said, in the beginning of this video. But there's a chance that, this World at War merchandise or whatever it is on this, inventory listing that got leaked possibly won't even be a remaster. It could be something like a poster or some sort of other type of merchandise that can come along with Black Ops 4 pre-orders, because if you think about it, like I said earlier in this video, World at War came out all the way back in 2008, and now we're sitting in 2018 waiting for Black Ops 4 to be released. So that's a 10-year mark for Treyarch. And usually whenever it comes to companies or any sort of, gaming industry or anybody that's in any sort of industry, if they've been around for 10 years, they usually like to nod towards that or kind of, celebrate that in one way or another, or give back to the fans who have been there for them for so long. So maybe for old time's sake, they can go ahead and throw something that has to do with World at War as a way of telling the fans, hey, thank you for being with us for so long. It's been 10 years that we've been around and we love doing this and we're not going anywhere. Something cheesy like that. But my point is, this possibly won't even mean a remastered at all, and that this could just be a simple merchandise for them to kind of nod towards that, hey, we've been here for 10 years, we can't believe it, and we're so stoked that, we've been here for 10 years. So in the end, this listing that came from this inventory list that got leaked out from GameStop, well, it could mean a remaster for World at War, or it could just mean like a simple merchandise, giving that nod towards that 10-year mark that Treyarch has hit from ever since they started. So at the end of the day, I don't know what to say exactly. Like I said, none of this is confirmed. We can't say for sure that World at War Remastered is coming, but I kind of wanted to make a video of me speculating what could possibly happen in a way, because one, it's a very interesting topic, and number two, it kind of gives us an idea of what to expect possibly. And yeah, that's basically all I can say whenever it comes to World at War. But that's all I have for you guys within this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links are in the description below. And tell me what you guys think. Would you like to see a World at War Remastered come back in the Call of Duty franchise? Would you like to see it come alongside Black Ops 4? And would you play it? I would love to hear your thoughts within the comment section below. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'll talk to y'all on the next video. Take care of yourselves, and bye.